Recently, we did a video where we visited all 4 London Lego stores in one day, and as part of that video, I asked for suggestions for similar challenges we could do. The most commonly suggested one was a North West England Lego store challenge. There are 4 stores across Liverpool and Manchester. We're here at the first one. That's the Liverpool Lego store behind me. We're going to go and have a look around, and we are going to do all 4 over the course of today. And it looks like a tiny little one. We've actually got the sign off to one side, and we have a very nice Lord of the Rings display in the window, Rivendell and then Barad-dûr at the top. We've got the brickheads on there as well, and of course, because we're in Liverpool, we've got the Beatles art set, which if they've got that on sale in here, I'll be all over it. I suggest they probably haven't, but goodness me, would that be a nice little souvenir to grab? And then on this side we have some of the recent space stuff, which is also very snazzy. So in terms of what we're looking for, we're not really here to purchase anything. We might have a little look at the pick-a-brick and see if we can find a little souvenir at each store. Got old Furface from Star Wars there, and a massive AT-AT all set up on the display. There are lots of Star Wars stuff near the door in this store. But yeah, we're not really shopping for anything in particular. And as Anna has already pointed out to me, see one Lego store, you've seen them all. So we're not expecting anything hugely unique in here, but it would be nice to find a little souvenir from each store, maybe some pick-a-brick or something cool assembled that we've not seen before. And that being said, that is a set that I've had my eye on for a little while. Not seen it in the stores and certainly not seen it assembled before, but there's a couple of good rebrickables on the family reunion set, and I would very much like to get one of those up and running in the city at some point. So that's a definite maybe. They've got all the architecture stuff together on there as well. And then we have the Builder minifig area, and also the big minifigure factory, and some more Star Wars stuff. So certainly plenty of Star Wars themed bits and bobs in here. And then we're into the video game stuff. So Animal Crossing, Sonic, Mario, Minecraft on there as well. I see a pick-a-brick wall at the back. Luckily, it's an old style one, so there's lots on there. But before we get there, we've got all of the Ninjago bits and pieces, including whatever that is. I really like this. This is one of their new Jurassic World sets. I think it's just quite a cool little set. Little cute dinosaur fella. And then we've got the Natural History Museum built, but currently out of stock. So we can't grab another one of those. They have got the office in though. And the Medieval Town Square, which is another one that I've had my eye on for a while, but I'm going to try to resist. I've also got the Jazz Club in and the Home Alone house, which we are getting to the time of year where we're probably going to need to pick this up. We have learnt, someone told us in one of our live streams, that there's 24 bags in the Home Alone set, so I think it'd be quite a fun Advent thing for us to do. So I think we are going to have to grab one of them at some point, probably before it goes out of stock, once the Christmas rush starts. The Viking Village is another one that I'm going to be looking to put together. I did get that in the sale recently, and I've got the Eldorado Fortress as well, one of many pirate ships that is going to end up scattered around the city. And Anna's just built this. I didn't realise, I hadn't seen this assembled until Anna built it, but it is so three-dimensional. It's mad. Nice little assortment of key rings as well in here, and some Monkey Kid stuff, which you don't always see in every store. And then we hit the pick-a-brick. So we're looking for stuff that's useful for walls, rails, roads, sea, fields, just general Lego City stuff. Like if they had that plate in grey, we'd definitely be grabbing some of that, for example. They've got some grey brick, but I've actually got quite a lot of those exact bricks that I picked up before, so we probably don't need those. Blue plate down the bottom might be handy. And some more blue plate. And quite a lot of different sizes of blue plate, actually. But nothing that screams massively useful, unfortunately. Got some flowers. Anna's always after flowers. In fact, if they were any other size brick in that colour, we'd probably go for that. But I've got so much 2x2 that we probably don't need it. And then we are into the Marvel area, which I know we've got a whole bunch of new Marvel stuff coming soon, so we will be replenishing on that before too long. And one day I'll find that in a sale and add a back cave to the collection. Got the Disney stuff all assembled over here, so the Simba, in both sizes. The various miniature Disney castles as well, plus Stitch hanging out at the back there. And then we've got the Lego Friends stuff, more minifig stuff here as well. And then we hit Harry Potter and Lego City stuff. Quite a big Lego City area actually, which is always fun. This might be the area for me to find my my souvenir from this store. If we can find a relatively small Lego City set, this might be the way. He says homing in on a massive £100 airplane, which I probably shouldn't get. Flying cars, maybe they're the answer. I do like this roller coaster as well, but I've already got one and I don't think that's going to fit in the city, so I think we might be abandoning plans for a roller coaster in there altogether, so probably shouldn't be picking up another one. And then into the Creator 3-in-1 stuff, which is always nice. Maybe I'll finally get a parrot or an exotic peacock. There we go, purchase made in Liverpool. We got this guy because I just thought he looked cool, and just as importantly, we got the Liverpool passport stamp as well, so that is another one down. I think we are more than halfway through now, all the UK stores. There's 17 to do. We'll have to have a count up at the end of the video to see how many more we still need. So 1 of 4 down, back in the car, head to Manchester, Trafford Centre now. There's 2 in the Trafford Centre, both of which we've been to before, and then we finish off with the 3rd Manchester store, the Arndale Centre one, which we've never been to. So back in the car. So stop 2, we are back at the Trafford Centre, where we only were 10 days ago. So I'll very briefly show you the Legoland Discovery Centre shop, but if you want to see that one in more detail, like I say, there's a video, like 3 videos ago on the channel, where you can see that one in a bit more detail, but there are 2 stores here. So once we've done the Discovery Centre one, we will head over to the main Trafford Centre Lego store as well. We'll have a proper look in that one. And as ever, we've got Star Wars guys out the front. Quick moment of panic there, because I thought I'd missed the opportunity to buy the table football set that I look at every time I'm in here, but they've just moved them a little bit further down there. In fact, everything has moved around a little bit for when I was in here. I joke about what's changed, but everything's moved. What I can't see is the Atari that they had in here before. Oh no, that's moved down there as well. So it is all still here. It's just been rearranged a little bit. The main thing I'm here for is Pick-a-Brick, because they have the old style Pick-a-Brick cups, and Anna wants some Pick-a-Brick, specifically a cup. The problem is I don't particularly need anything they've got on the Pick-a-Brick, but we're going to have to grab 1 cup's worth anyway, or else Anna will tell me off. Just having a little rummage as well to see if there's anything in the Lego City line that we could grab as a little souvenir from this shop, just to mark it off. If you haven't been here before and you've not seen any of the previous videos, by the way, this is a huge store, and I think this is the best Lego store in the UK, because it has all of the current stuff, but also Legoland exclusive stuff, plus some retired sets, and some sets you don't find anywhere else as well. We might get a Speed Champion in here. There's quite an assortment of Speed Champions. Loads here that I don't already have. I do have my eye on this set as well. I know it's a Lego Friends set with mini dolls, which I tend to stay away from, but I've seen some really good rebrickables using the Castle Bed and Breakfast, so I think that's going to be something that appears in the future for us. And of course, my customary check to see if they have a Buzz Lightyear brickhead for Anna. Of course, they haven't. Nowhere ever does. 1 little Pick-a-Brick cup complete. I haven't even stacked it properly. I'm hurrying. I've got to get to all 4 stores in one day. Anna just wanted the cup because you don't get the cups anywhere else anymore. And she wanted one to keep her brick separators in, so just got a load of yellow brick because it's useful for like support structures and things, and then filled it out the traditional way with anything small I could find. £15 for that. That's still a little less, I think, than the new cardboard boxes. So that was your whistle-stop tour of that store. Now we're going to head into the Trafford Centre proper and go to the main Lego store, which has a much worse Pick-a-Brick, so we're going to have to find another souvenir in there. And there we have it, just a couple of minutes walk later. What I think is the newest Lego store in the country. Battersea Power Station might be slightly newer, but I think this is the only place in the country where you can walk between 2 Lego stores in like 5 minutes. And that includes Legoland Windsor. The 2 in there are probably further apart than that. Let's go and have a little rummage. And not only is it a big one and a new one, but because it's new, it's very much the new style Lego store as well. So in addition to the tiny Pick-a-Brick wall, you get the new style window displays. which are much lower down, much more low key. We've got the big space display that they all seem to have on at the moment as well. And no gift with purchase, but they have got something in the gift with purchase slot on here. Well, let's go and have a little rummage. So as we walk in, the first thing we see is a bunch of the cool new Disney stuff, including the excellent Kevin Brickhead, which if you've not got that yet, you need to pick that up. And then we've got a load of the black boxes, the adult only stuff on this side. See, that's quite cool. But I think there was recently a motorized one, which I probably want a little bit more. And then we've got the medieval town square, which is definitely calling out to me today. Lots of people telling me I should pick up the Tuxedo Cat. Is it controversial to say I don't really like it? I'm not looking for big spends today. We're looking for a small souvenir from each of the 4 stores. And even though it's quite small, I don't think the retro radio at £90 counts as a small souvenir, so we're probably leaving that one on the shelf today. These displays are very cool though. We've got Rivendell in this massive circular adults welcome orb, and then lots of Speed Champion stuff here. I was going to pick up a Speed Champion in the other store, but ended up getting some pick-a-brick, so maybe this is the store that I grabbed some Speed Champions in. We've got these cool builds for the space stuff as well that's out at the moment. I don't think I've seen these before. I don't think these were here last time I was here. Obviously the big push at the moment is on space. This is nearly 30,000 bricks and 125 hours of work has gone into that, but it is very, very cool. And on the space theme, we have a space shuttle and the really cool Tales of the Space Age sets, which I love. That's a really nice art set. And I haven't seen this built before. This is one of the new Minecraft sets, the Ender Dragon and the End Ship. And they are very, very cool. I'm really into the Minecraft stuff at the moment, just in time for the crafting table that releases in August, but I think that might be a little too rich for my blood today. And this is when you know you're really into a theme, when you see a display like this with 3 different sets on, you're like, yep, got all of those. Then you move over to the next one, which is a Marvel one, and I have 2 of those. So I don't have the Venomized Groot, but I don't really like the buildable figures. I only have the non-Venomized Groot, so he can sit on my Vespa. So I think we give that one a miss. And here we have the world's smallest pick-a-brick wall, which just makes me so sad every time I see this in one of the new stores. Although, that being said, they have exactly what I'm looking for building Mills plates, so we might actually be getting a box of pick-a-brick in here as well, because that's actually useful. Despite the tiny wall, they've actually got some good parts on it. Maybe that's an acceptable compromise. It's a smaller wall, but with better stuff on it. Would it be wrong as someone who's not into Star Wars to get a fluffy Ewok? Because I do like an Ewok. They've got a lot of Star Wars stuff in here as well, as you can imagine. Nothing particularly specifically Manchester-y though. I've not seen this much Indiana Jones stuff in any of the other stores. And then we've got this whole Monkey Kid and Ninjago section. I mean, this stuff does look cool, but there's just nowhere I could put it. What I really like about the newer style stores is just how interactive they are. We've got the really cool new Builder minifig stations, plus these little areas around the store where you can just do the buildy bits, which is very nice. And we've got quite a lot of these big builds knocking around the place. I assume that's from Ninjago or maybe Dreams. It means nothing to me. It lights up though, which is cool. And that one's 20,000 bricks and 95 hours of work. There's a lot that's gone into that. It's real Lego bricks though. So more choices for Speed Champions up here. Do I get a Speed Champion or do I get the pick-a-brick that's actually useful? I don't think I've got that one. I'll have to check my app that tells me my collection, but maybe we could pick up a Speed Champion. Gives me something to build in my hotel tonight then. And then we've got all of the really cool Creator 3-in-1 sets. I don't remember seeing that one before. That's awesome. I like that. And then a whole lot of space and city stuff as well. Before we then get into Dreams and Harry Potter. And then the excellent Manchester Bee, which is just over 5,000 bricks, 68 hours of work. That is a very, very cool build. I like that a lot. And then we've got some more of the Disney bits and pieces, of which I think we've already got almost all of the bits we would want from that. And another one of these really cool areas to do building. A couple of these down the front here. including, have we got a giraffe? I can see an elephant and a cow, but no giraffe, which is genuinely devastating. I don't think I've seen Barad-dûr built before, actually. So there is that in all its glory. Not a Lord of the Rings, guys, and not something I imagine I'll ever pick up, especially not at £400, but it is a big, impressive bit of kit. Well, I went for a speed champion in there, a Formula One speed champions, despite not being into Formula One at all. It shows how much I'm enjoying building the speed champions cars. But we went for this one. I decided I didn't need 2 lots of pick-a-brick. That's a cop-out. I can't go to 4 stores and get 2 lots of pick-a-brick and nothing to build in the hotel, especially because I have a strong suspicion that the dinosaur I got, Anna, is going to nick off me. So I think we're both going to be sat there in our hotel tonight building our new Lego set. So that's 3 stores down, 1 more to go. Last one is the one in the centre of Manchester, which we've never been to before. And I've just done some quick maths. And I think that one will be number 15 for UK stores that we've been to. But that is including the 2 Discovery Centres and Legoland Windsor. I think there's 17 Lego stores in the country, plus the 3 Legoland ones. So we should, after this next Manchester one, have 5 left. Off the top of my head, ones we've not been to: Bristol, Southampton, Sheffield, Newcastle, and Cardiff. Is there one in Cardiff? I think they're the 5. So, I mean, ideally, they'd have been a little bit closer together, and the final part of these visiting Lego store challenge videos could have been finishing off our set in one day, but I don't think there's any way for us to do Cardiff, Newcastle, Southampton, Bristol and Sheffield all in one day, unless someone's got a helicopter they could lend us. One other thing worth noting in there as well, they were incredibly helpful, very chatty. So I got my passport stamp as usual, but they did also give me a new colour passport. So these are the new colour passports that are just out. And they must be out relatively recently, because we only got this one earlier in the year. So I've now got 2 on the go, because I've got to have both colours fully filled up, obviously. So yeah, they know how to get me to go around and do all the stores again, don't they? I've got to go and get all of the passport stamps again now, but I know a lot of you do ask where you get the passports from, because they're sometimes hard to find in store. They are free, so if you go and ask for them, but they're often out of stock. But Manchester Trafford Centre does have them in stock as of today. Well, we've made it to our hotel before step 4. Very nice it is too. If you want to see a proper review of the hotel room, come on over to our travel vlog channel. I'll put a link to that down in the description below. There will be a review of this hotel, but I think from where we are, we can basically see the Lego store, because I think that's the Arndale Centre, and I think the Lego store is in there. So I am going to have a little trot off down there now and see what I can find. We've got about 90 minutes until it closes, so plenty of time. Ooh, church, lovely. And there we have number 4, Arndale Centre, centre of Manchester. Let's go and have a little look. And what they've got straight away is a massive Lord of the Rings set up in the window with Barad-dûr and lots of cool stuff, including this little fella hanging around on the bottom there. And then, as with everybody else, we have the space display. It doesn't look like the biggest store I've ever seen, but let's go and have a rummage. And there you go, straight away. We've got some local adult fans of Lego have made some cool flowery bits near the doorway, where we have some of the really big expensive adult sets right there. Titanic, Eiffel Tower. Remember, with the Eiffel Tower, if we've got 100,000 subscribers by the time we go on our cruise in April next year, we will buy that and build it on a cruise ship in the Arctic Circle. Can't say fairer than that. Share with your friends and family, boys and girls. There seems to be a real push on the Natural History Museum. It's everywhere we've been today, and I don't normally see it in the Lego stores near me, not assembled like that, so I don't know if they're having a big push on it to clear some stock before this year's modular comes out, or if they just really like pushing it in the north. And we've got Dungeons and Dragons assembled here as well, but as usual, the dragon is not posed on the castle. Just like with every other stop on this journey as well, we are looking for a reasonably priced souvenir to commemorate our trip, which may well be from that quite large looking pick-a-brick wall at the end of the store, or it might be one of these Minecraft sets. That one in particular looks very cool, although a little bit outside of the budget I set myself per store today. Didn't really want to go much above like £25 a store. I think Anna will tell me off if I spend £55 on a silly video souvenir. This guy is following me around today as well. He seems to be everywhere. There really seems to be a common theme in the displays amongst these stores. I'd only ever seen that in store once before, I think at Westfield in London. I think it's the third time I've seen it assembled today across the 4 stores. So I don't know if their area manager in the Northwest has more control and has specific sets and big promo, big builds that they like to have out in store. But these stores, certainly more than the ones in London, are very, very similar to each other. And for those of you who saw my Lego store video from a couple of days ago, that's what the set looks like when you don't make it into a massive modular. And it's actually cheaper than I remember it being, £31, not £35. So it does make that rebrickable that needs 3 of them even more affordable. Just having a little nose through the speed challenge. I don't think I've got that one. So we might grab that one as a souvenir from here, unless this enormous pick-a-brick wall has the kind of stuff I'm looking for. I mean, masonry bricks are always welcome, but I do have a couple of boxes full of them still unused at home now. So as ever, we're looking for grey bricks or useful plate. That's useful plate. We could grab some of that. Have we got anything else? Ideally, we'd get some grey plate, but that might be asking for a little too much. Yeah, I've got the masonry bricks in a few different colours. I think I've only got the grey ones at home. All the walls do seem to have similar stuff today. I'm seeing the same bricks in all of the different stores, so I don't think we're going to be going with pick-a-brick. I've even seen these in a couple of different places. These are quite handy for the wall next to IC area, so we could potentially get a few of them. The problem is they don't fit very well in a pick-a-brick box, so it's probably more financially sensible to just order them online rather than trying to cram them into a pick-a-brick box for £16.99 and maybe fitting 10 of them in. That makes them quite expensive per unit. We have an assortment of dinosaurs in here as well, and the very cool Despicable Me stuff. I've seen a rebrickable of that. So we might have Gru's mansion appearing in the city at some point as well, which would be quite cool. I do like a minion, and that is the first time I've seen that plane assembled, and it does look cool. That might be quite cool, hanging from the ceiling above the city. Not a job for today, but certainly something to keep at the back of the mind for the future. We've got all the Monkey Kid stuff in here as well, which you don't see everywhere down south, but has been around a lot today. And I still don't know if this is a new set or not. It's not labelled as new, so I don't think it is. That one was new, and the big crane was new. I think that one already existed. I don't think I need more construction stuff anyway. And that's the Tri-Wizard tournament boat, which I've not seen assembled yet, which is quite cool. Does that little carriage thing come with it? I quite like that set. Don't think it's the set to be my first piece of Harry Potter stuff in the city, though. It's a little bit too niche for that, I think. I still have an eye on one of those. But having now done the modern beach mansion, the 3-in-1 set, I don't know that I need both because they're pretty similar. I don't think I fit them both in. But then we've got the Madrigal house that Anna's built. And these guys again. That bigger Simba is cool, but a little bit expensive, I think, for what it is. But then we've got some Duplo assembly area bits and bobs down there as well. They've even got the big Disney castle in stock. I didn't notice Avengers Tower. I don't remember the Marvel area, actually. This big crane, by the way, which has been on my wanted list forever, was £300 in Selfridges online earlier in the week, almost half price, but sold out immediately. There is a Selfridges that I walked past on the way here. I wonder if they'll have them in store for £300. That might be a little bit hopeful. I've had a look through the speed challenge. I think I'm going to get this one because it's nearing retirement and I don't have it. There are a couple here that I don't have, but I think this meets my criteria of a relatively low-cost souvenir. I have found the superhero area, but it is tiny, actually, compared to what you get in a lot of stores. And there is no Daily Bugle, no Avengers Tower, so they're a little bit light on that kind of thing. They do have the Batcave down there, which I will pick up in a sale at some point. I've got that set at home that I haven't built yet. having now seen it in the flesh, might have to prioritise building that and getting it in the city. And I do like the way they've posed that buildable Spider-Man. That's quite cool. And there we have it, another speed champion. More passport stamps as well. That's just 5 to go now, and then we've done every Lego store in the UK. And with that, folks, I am back in the hotel room. They are making a lot of noise from the church across the road, which I'm sure you can probably hear. But I'm now going to settle down in here and build some Lego. 2 speed champion sets, the little dinosaur, and some pick-a-brick. I'll call that a result. And now only 5 Lego stores remaining to sign off on the UK overall. If you've enjoyed this video, if you want to see us do more of this kind of thing, let us know what challenge we should do next. And of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, and thank you very much for watching.